I'm Nick Miles and we are at Dick Hanna Nissan with a 2022 Nissan Rogue. This one gets a 1.5 litre variable compression engine and it gets 33 miles a gallon. You'll be excited to see the outside, the inside, and we'll put it on the road to see how it drives. So let's get moving. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell and you'll be notified every time a new video goes up online. So first of all, people are always skeptical when I say a 1.5 litre engine, but the truth is 1.5 litres actually drives amazingly well, and variable compression engines give you better acceleration. You can see that's absolutely immediate. It also gives you better efficiency with fuel economy and also better environmental output from the vehicle. So this vehicle actually does 33 miles a gallon, which is amazing for this size of crossover. It also gives you a great family SUV overall. Driving is actually very comfortable in the vehicle. The steering, very precise. Nissan have always done a great job with the drive of their vehicles, and for something that is made in Tennessee from this engine, it's a good overall engine. This is the Platinum version of the Rogue. The Platinum version is well decked out on the inside of the vehicle. You'll see when you look around, it's quite plush. I'm not sure why you would buy a luxury vehicle when you can buy a Rogue in Platinum. This has nice quilted leather seats. It has a beautifully finished interior. You can see leather wrapped dash, leather wrapped steering wheel, soft touch materials throughout, beautiful headliner on the inside. And when you get to the second row, it's amazingly plush. Plus, they have the zero gravity inspired NASA seats. And that means everybody in every row is going to be comfortable on long journeys. It has the manually adjustable steering wheel, which is telescoping and tilting. That is comfort for anybody of different heights and different arm lengths. The steering wheel itself has multiple buttons. It's 3-spoke. It's nicely designed. The adaptive cruise control is just a single button engaged, and then you can use your set button on the right hand side. It has voice control, telephone and distance control. On the left hand side you have all of your different toggles through this thin TFT screen. It has multiple screens for things like the engine. You can see how that's working. You can see your fuel economy. Then you also have your home. And you of course have your menus on the left hand side, your speaker volume, you have paddle shifters, so you have your ability to change through this different settings on your transmission as well. Transmission shifter, really nice. I like what Nissan have done. It's a different design than I've ever seen. The push button start is in the center console, not up on the steering column. That's different. You have a huge color screen, which is not only a touch screen, but it gives you multiple menu options with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and of course you have your Wi-Fi hotspot. You not only have hard buttons on the bottom of it, but you also have digital display buttons on the bottom of the screen as well. So they've done a really good job in how they've laid everything out. I like the way they've done this for the price point, a good solid infotainment screen. HVAC system right below the screen, very simple to operate, got hard buttons in it. Also you can run the rear climate control. There is a 3-zone climate control. Now Nissan also have ProPilot with NaviLink, and they also with their cruise control, they do something that no other manufacturer does, and they don't just look at the adaptive cruise control with one vehicle ahead. They have their emergency braking system that looks just two vehicles ahead. So when the vehicle ahead of the vehicle brakes, they see that and they're ready to brake in an emergency situation. Nissan has their 360 system in this vehicle, and it's a blue button here on the steering wheel. Once you press that, what you get is your blind spot is activated, your forward collision system is activated, and then you can choose how far your forward collision system looks ahead in front of you for your adaptive cruise control. And right now, everything's being driven for me. I got my feet off of the pedals, so that's a good safe system as well. Like that comes with these vehicles. There's multiple different systems, and it does tell me hands on the wheel while I'm driving. The Rogue went through a major redesign in 2021 and got a brand new Nissan badge up front. It still has the Nissan V at the front, which is very typical of Nissan vehicles and the design language up front. It has this matte black with slight gloss areas of the front grille, allows the air on the air intake. It has some chrome areas, monochromatic, same color as the hood in the middle section here, and a black lower air intake here with some matte finish metal and some gloss finish areas here, plus the fog lights at the bottom area of the vehicle. Coming around here, the headlights, these are the LEDs and the signals. It has some cladding around the wheels to make it look very off-roady, and then the fenders around the sides have a lot of shape in them here. This is part of the hood opening, and actually the windshield goes all the way down into the hood and hides the windshield wipers here. Black tops to the mirrors. It has the signal lights in here. This is part of the 360 camera here. It's embedded in the bottom of the mirror, which is the matte black area here. Now there's something that's changed on the doors themselves here. You see the buttons on the door handles, which are monochromatic. The buttons are not only on the front door handles, but on the back door handles as well. And the new intelligent key and the intelligent door openings allow you to push that button on the front or the back door handles, and it will unlock all the doors in the vehicles, whichever button you press, front or back. Now, when you come around the side, there's cladding with that little metal piece here around the side, but something that's really cool about this vehicle is the door openings, and they actually open 90 degrees here, and that's super useful because if you're loading a car seat with a child in the back of the vehicle, a 90-degree door opening is nice to be able to get that car seat in the back. They're thinking about the whole family and loading kids and loading cargo and loading car seats in the back of the vehicle. There is black gloss which goes across the top of the vehicle, and of course it has the roof rack here on the Platinum edition. Nissan have always done really good job with their rear lights. I love the way that looks here, and of course they have the aero at the top of the rear glass here with the embedded brake light at the back. And of course the Nissan logo, that's brand new, and the fact that Rogue is written here across the back of the vehicle. Okay, 3 ways to open the trunk: the button on the inside, the handle here at the back, and the kick. Let's see if it works. Let's see how good Nissan do. Oh, they get a 10 out of 10 for that one, for opening the trunk. 41 cubic feet of space here in the back. Now you can increase that to 74 cubic feet if you put the back seats down. They've put a handy little button here. It's manual. It flips both of the seats down automatically to make sure that you don't have to reach forward and actually lift the switch to put them down. And then they have this velcroed in rubber mat here, which you can flip over if you have something like dogs. Plus there is 2 hidden compartments at the back here, which you can use. You can flip these over, which have a less carpeted space. They can also be used to put things like computers or smaller items in the back. And you can maneuver these around to you can use them as a divider to put shopping in. There's a second one. It's a nicely put together trunk. It's really well done. The other thing I really like about this is, again, you're holding kids, you've got 2 kids in your arms, perhaps you put something in the trunk, you've got 1 kid in your arm, you've got a shopping bag, you're still not done. Technically, you should be able to close the trunk as well. Yeah, a 10 out of 10 for Nissan because the trunk closes as well. So they've done really well. Kick trunks don't work that well in a lot of vehicles. Apparently, Nissan have nailed it. All right, sitting at the back here, there is 38 inches of legroom. There is NASA-inspired seats here. That is 0 gravity, so on long trips, it's going to be comfortable. You'll find there is room for 3 passengers here at the back, and they did make it very comfortable for 3 passengers, even in the middle seat. So if you take this center armrest that has cup holders and you move it up, they've made sure that even a child seat could be very nicely fitted here with anchor points in the center, or even putting those child seats in either of the left or the right side. Don't forget that it has the sunshade at the top for the moonroof, and something very important if you want to pass things to and from the front seats to the back seats, it does have this very clever opening here in the center console that doesn't open upwards, it opens in a split way, which means that you can actually have the center console open and still pass things to and from the front to the back. There is also seat controls here for environmental, heated seats in both the left and the right, USB-A and USB-C power adaptation, so kids in the back here can have their iPads or their tablets to make sure they're not bored on long journeys. And if you have a kid in the back, you want to make sure that they are protected from the sun, so they have put these manual shades in the back so the kid is protected. You can automatically start the car with the key fob and heat or cool the car depending on what environmental temperature is on the outside, so the car is the perfect temperature once you put the baby into the car seat at the back. Thinking about those things quite wisely if your child needs to be in the perfect environmental setting. If you'd like to put a brand new 2022 Nissan Rogue in your driveway, there's 3 ways to contact Dick Hannon Nissan. Just call them up on the phone, check them out on the web, or come on down, and they'd love to let you test drive one today.